Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everyone. How are you guys doing out there today? So, again, it's a beautiful day here in sunny California. So, I hope you guys are experiencing great weather wherever you are. Wherever you are. All right. Thanks for jumping on here today. You guys hit like and share to my sister. Hit like and share on this video. We are always, as usual, gonna have a wonderful time with this information. I try to make sure that we bring you information that will help you as an entrepreneur, and a lot of this stuff as well is going to help you as an individual. So, in your personal financial lives as well as your business life. So, we want to talk about a lot of stuff that's going to allow us to be able to keep up with the times. So today, this is what we're going to talk about: things that will be able to keep up with the times, business trends for you to keep an eye on in 2022. So again, personally, we're going to have to stay on top of these business trends. We're going to have to use some of these things in our personal lives, and as an entrepreneur, of course, we're going to have to know all these things so we can stay on top of it so our business can succeed and we can compete, right? There's a very competitive world out there. So we're going to have to be able to compete in our business. So we got to stay on top of all the new technology, all of the all the new stuff that's happening in the world today. For us to stay on top of stuff, we're going to have to be, we're going to have to know all this stuff, right? So we know which one applies to our business or which one we have to learn as an individual. So I want to point out 3 things today, guys. Business trends to keep an eye on for 2022. First one today we want to talk about is e-commerce. E-commerce, right? We're going to talk about e-commerce. That's my first point today. And what is e-commerce? E-commerce is a term used where you buy and sell product merchandise on the internet, right? That's the e-commerce. And that's what they're referring to when they're speaking of e-commerce business. Now, people who are selling a product, right? You want to be able to sell it on the internet. And that's what we're talking about e-commerce now. It is not slowing down. It's dominating the market. And at first, when you have a storefront, let's say, you're selling a product, you get a storefront. Everyone wants to get a storefront because that's the traditional way of how we do things. Well, you can still have a storefront, guys. However, you must be able to sell your product on the internet. That's what the whole e-commerce is about. You must be able to sell your product on the internet. Okay, because this is where the trend is going, 2022 and beyond. Now, it started before, but it is not slowing down. It's continuing to increase. And if you're not going to keep up with it, again, it's going to be hard for you to compete in this competitive market. So e-commerce, guys, is the first thing we got to keep an eye on. If you're already selling products somewhere, and if you're not on the internet, you must make sure that you get on there right now. You don't want to wait any further. You want to get on there right now so people can start finding your business and knowing that you're online and being able to support your business online, right? So that's the first point today. Again, we want to talk about some of the stores. Like, for instance, now, how many of you guys, for instance, have bought something from, let's say, Fashion Nova, one of the examples of a company who really doesn't have but a handful of storefronts? Now, how many of you guys out there have bought one item or anything from, let's say, a company like Fashion Nova, using as an example? I know I have, right? And I've never seen a store. I've never seen a store. I don't even know exactly where they are, but they do have a handful of storefronts. But that's one company who will make hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars just by selling online. And it's very popular, and a lot of us know that store. And so they came and they went straight online, and with e-commerce and being able to sell their product online, they've made hundreds of millions of dollars online and barely have but a handful of stores. So we have to be online. We have to be able to sell online. And you can have both. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. They do have some stores outlet, but of course, it's not anywhere that you could really ride around and find, right? You have to look it up. So that's right, guys. So e-commerce is not slowing down. If you are selling a product, you want to make sure that you are able to have a storefront online on the internet, and make sure that people all over the world can find you so you can stay competitive and you can start making some more money. Okay. So everything got to be social media. And of course, there's so many angles that you can go with that, right? So that's the first point we want to make today. You have to be able to keep up with the e-commerce by selling your product online or buying products online. Okay, that's my first point today. Hey, Risha, good afternoon, Miss Elaine. Hey, Sharon Ellis, thanks for jumping in here. Lorna Smith, love the hearts, love the hearts. Hey, Rod, how you doing? Margie, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Margie. You guys hit like and share on this video. All right, so let's move into our second point today. We are talking about business trends to keep an eye on for 2022. Again, like I said, this is the business that has to stay on top of this. But then again, as an individual, we need to be aware of this as well, right? Because when the trends are moving ahead, all this technology, everything that's happening, we've got to stay on top of it personally as well. Hi, Laverne. Thanks for jumping in. Second point today, guys, all-encompassing digital platform. What this means is there is all these all-in-one digital platform. You guys realizes that when you go somewhere to purchase an item, there's a whole lot of stuff they're asking you for. There's these cashless application. They want you to just put your card and they scan it. You can use an Apple Pay. You can use all these Venmo Pay. You know, all these different digital platforms are all inclusive of a program that allows all kinds of data. So what happens is they'll have these all-in-one platform. They can sell you merchandise at that moment. They gather your information so they can again send you other type of special products. So they have these platforms that not only are they selling you product, but then they can also compile data for you to be able to use for any other type of financial information that you need. So as a business person, right, you have one of these all-inclusive platforms where it gives you all this data about all your customers. Every time they show up and every time they purchase something, you are able to use that platform and that information to create all kinds of data so you can provide them with more than one service. So for instance, if you were just doing financial service, right, and you want to provide them with other type of benefits, you are able to get information from them. This is what all this stuff is for. All of these platforms, everything is combining so you can provide more than one type of service to your customers. Because it gives you data for that. And you know what they like more, you know everything about them. You guys realize is that, right? Every time you use that stuff and you flash your card, or now you can just, you don't even have to give them the card anymore. You don't have to swipe the card anymore. They just take a digital something and they provide that data to them. So they have a platform that collects so much data that they can provide you with all different type of services. So we have to stay on top of all these digital platforms. If you are an entrepreneur in your business, you must have software. You must have operation systems that will be able to collect all of this information for you to be able to provide all the services. It needs to be a one-stop shop operation. This is what everything is leading up to, right? I mean, that's what we call our business at PROBY'S here. It's a one-stop shop operation, because now all of a sudden you find out that the client needs all these different services. You need to do your taxes. Now you need to do your accounting. Then you need to do your payroll. Then you need some insurance then, right? You need financial planning. You need to form a company. You need, all type of consultation. So it's what happens here is you get a platform, an all-inclusive digital platform that will able to gather all this information that allows you to provide more than one service to your customers or to your clients. So you got to stay on top of this for 2022, guys. And as a person, we need to understand this to ourselves. We need to understand the process that we have to go through as an individual. So if you are in business, you really have to have this type of platform so that it will help the business to grow, and you can stay up with the times, stay up with the competitors, guys. And this is the only way that you could be successful, right? So hi, Luisa Martinez. Thanks for jumping in. Amber Belgrade, how are you? Thank you for this information. Thank you. So guys, we're talking about business trends to keep an eye on for 2022, the third point today. And I really love this point. Hi, sis. Yes. I love this point. The third one, there's always, I like all the stuff that we talk about, but this one right here, sometimes we tend to forget. As an entrepreneur, guys, we have to remember to capture the youth demographic, right? So what happens is we have to keep an eye on the youth. They are very digital. Everything for them is digital. One generation or two generations before them, we're doing a lot of reading of stuff. We got a lot of, documents that we're reading. The new generation, guys, the youth, everything is digital for them. So if you are in business, and you want to promote your business to capture the youth demographic, you have to know where they are. And because they're very digital, they're on TikTok. They are 59% of them are on YouTube. So if you're selling a product or any type of service, you have to be able to capture them. So you need to know exactly the demographic where all the youth are. And when, as they get older, they become a major part of the market. So you need to be able to know where to find them. You have to be on, say, TikTok or YouTube or whatever other digital platform that you know they're visiting. This is how you're going to market to them, because again, as they get older, they are such a large part of the consumer market. And if your business is not able to reach the consumer market, to the area where the youths are, where they are going to be the major part of the folks that's going to be able to buy your services, buy your product or use your services, you are not going to be able to keep up with the times. This is absolutely a necessity. Again, guys, this is a digital age. This is what's happening. And you cannot be successful in business if you're not going to stay up with the times. So let me recap again. We're going over 3 tips that your business trend needs to keep an eye on business trends for 2022. The first one is e-commerce. Again, e-commerce is the process of buying and selling product online on the internet. If you have the store for now, it's okay to keep it, but remember, you must take your business online. Again, there's so many stores that's making hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I said, Fashion Nova, one of those. We've all maybe, I don't know about you guys. I know I purchased from them and I don't even know if they have a store anywhere. So you want to make sure that if you're selling a product, make sure that you have a storefront online. And now again, nowadays, it's not as expensive to get you a website, which we talked about a few weeks ago. And on your website, you can definitely have an e-commerce website so that people can purchase items and pay for it online, and all the stuff can happen right on your website, okay? So the first one is e-commerce. You got to do that if you are selling a product. And then the other one is number 2 is having an all-encompassing digital platform. A platform that you have to have in your operational system for your business, for your company, that will be able to collect data, like, point of sale service, where if you have a restaurant, if you have any other type of retail business where you're selling people stuff, point of sale, collect all kinds of data. So you have to have that platform so you can then know what other services or what other product you can sell your customers. So you got to have an all-inclusive digital platform in your business. You can't operate without it, right? And then, of course, the third one is capturing the youth demographic. You cannot market to them if you don't know where to find them. Remember, you have to capture your target audience, guys. And the youth are very digital. They are state of the art, right? Generation Z, as I said, they're state of the art. And they are growing up, and they are now a large part of the consumer market. You want to be able to make sure that they know about your services and your product. They're on TikTok. They're on YouTube. That's where they shop. They are 59% is on YouTube. So if you don't have say an ad targeting anything on YouTube, of course, you're going to miss that whole sale market right there. And we don't want to do that, because we need to compete with the rest of the folks out there, right? So we want to be successful. Learner says, thank you for being a detail. What did she say? Thank you for being in detail and sharing this with us. All right. It's me so smart now. She's so silly. She's so smart now. Okay. Hi, Karen. Thanks for jumping in. All right. Thanks for jumping in. So, guys, that's my 3 points today. Business trends to keep an eye on. Again, we want to stay on top of everything that we're doing, because this is a thing, right? There's so many people out there that's in business, and a lot of them, all your competitors are out there. And like I always say, the ones that's going to be successful at it, the ones that are going to be at the top of their game, are the ones that put the time in, the one that's going to do the research, the one that's going to stay in front of the game, right? Like I said, don't be behind the 8 ball, and you always have to come from behind. So those people are the ones that's going to be successful. And it's nothing that they're doing that you couldn't do. So it's all about you get out of it what you put in it, right? Get out of it what you put in it. And that's what I keep saying. So now, guys, with that said, for those of you who haven't started your business yet, who is about to get your business started, I want you guys to come and join us for the course that will teach you how to get your business started, how to operate it. We'll talk about the whole operation system, how to get all that pulled together, how to read your numbers, how to know what your bottom line is, how to know what money comes in, what monies go out. And then we'll get into, after that, we'll get into appointment marketing and how to capture your target audience and all this good stuff. Because again, there's enough money out there for everyone, guys. You get out of it what you put in it. All right, so you got to stick to it. So that's what we'll talk about in the course. So go to Elaine'sDesk.com and make sure that you guys register. It will give you all the information you need there, Elaine'sDesk.com, and I will teach you all that stuff. If you would like any further consultation, feel free to give us a call at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, 323-290-9034, and or visit our website at PROBY'stax.com. All right, so speaking of a one-stop shop, all of your financial needs can be met at PROBY'S. We have a PROBY'S. We have about 7 different departments that can handle any of your financial needs, right? From your taxes, your accounting, your payroll, setting up your business as well. If you have a tax problem, we can take care of that as well. We try to avoid that, but if you do, don't worry about it. We can take care of that as well. Okay, so and we have a lot of very experienced certified folks that works for PROBY'S that will be able to help you. Okay. So with that said, you guys, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Risha says, thanks for the information. You're always very helpful. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you hit like and share this video. So many people need this information, guys. Hit like and share. And I will see you guys back here on Thursday afternoon. What we're going to talk about on Thursday. Thursday, surprising facts about being an entrepreneur. Wow. Okay. I'm going to be excited about giving you guys this information. Surprising facts about being an entrepreneur. There you are. Have it right there. Okay. So I'll see you guys Thursday. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And with that said, you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks. Thank you, Margie.